Hello, lovely people. I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you all for clicking. This is episode 4 on Project Elenor. Alright, so this is a 4-bedroom house that we are putting up for our client, coupled with a beautiful swimming pool as you saw. But at the moment, we are going to focus on the 4-bedroom house. Once we are completed, I guess swimming pool will come thereafter. Swimming pool, I believe, are very hard to maintain. So if you don't have the balls for the maintenance of swimming pool, I reckon you don't even go into it. This house was designed by Mr. Jonathan Tete. If you need my architect, please contact the numbers on your screen. Some people usually text me and said, Bright, I've been following you for years, and so I need an architect. My architect number is on the screen. Alright, if you plan to own a land, if you don't have one, or perhaps you have more and you want to add more, if you want to build your dream home in a place where it's litigation free, no chieftaincy dispute, no land guards, I suggest you contact Select Estate. Select Estate comes with an affordable land in a serene environment where you can build and grow your green vegetation. Okay, have your chicken poop and all of that. It's a beautiful community that is bringing up. Contact Select Estate now before it's too late. You understand? Before it's too late. This is close to town, and so it is important you capture the land immediately. Alright, so we are back at site. Again, my name is Mr. Bright Antonio. I am the CEO of B&C Constructions. But the numbers on your screen, you can reach me via WhatsApp, a video call, chat. If you try to call me, it will not come through because I'm not in Ghana. I live in Dubai. Okay, usually it will work when I visit Ghana. That is when the SIM card will work. Okay, so take clue of that. All right, so digging of the trenches still continues, where I told you previously that the land is so hard, so we have to pour in some water to make it a little bit soft. This way we are able to do the digging to the required depth and then also proceed to the columns. So these are all trenches. Okay, the columns will come thereafter. We need to make sure that we've gotten to the required depth of the columns. The trenches, which is 3 feet for a standard J+1, 3 feet. We can go more depending on the instructions in the footing details. The architect will usually indicate the footing details in the structural drawing. So when you pick up a structural drawing, it gives you all the details because the architect has visited the land, and based on the load calculations and everything, they have indicated the depth of the foundation that you should go. Likewise, that of the steel fixer. The steel fixer would need the structural details to know his bending schedule, so he could estimate how long should the starter pillars be. You understand? So that you don't run a foundation and by the time you realize the iron rods have become short, it means that the architect didn't visit the land, they don't know the slope of the land, neither did the steel fixer follow the drawing, just so he could know that, okay, based on this, the architect has indicated that my columns should be a height of this. You understand? Yes, so it is always important. If you need someone to get your borehole done, please contact my cousin, Mr. Jonathan Amwa. Jonathan Amwa is specialized in borehole drilling. He has his degree in geophysics. He's very good when it comes to borehole drilling. Okay, and so kindly contact him for your borehole drilling, your reverse osmosis, sales of pumps, water consultation. If you want to set up a pure water factory, it is important that you get the consultation that you need, and so my cousin will guide you for that purposes. Okay, if you have a pump that is defective and you need a replacement, he's the right person that you need to contact. and he will give you all the pumps that you need. Okay, so that's it. So the digging of the trench, like I did mention, is very, very important. That once you have a very good engineer, everything should be within the drawing, and after that, whoever is executing must follow. That is why it is important that whoever is building for you really understand construction and they can read what the drawing is saying. So you can see from here, I try to skip it so that they move faster. Yes, because I didn't want to prolong the video. Yes, so those sections are the columns. As you can see, we are digging the columns. Okay, those are the column sections, and those ones are very, very important because that's where the mat is going to sit. Okay, so the depth of the foundation is 3 feet 6 inches for a G+1. If you go a G+2, a G+3, it will be stipulated within the footing details the depth of the foundation and the depth of the columns. You understand? You have to go 5 feet if you're going a G+3. Okay, depending on the weight, they'll tell you to go more 5 feet. You understand? It is very, very important. Okay, so here we are. The project coordinator is at site. Materials have been purchased for the commencement of the foundation concrete. It is important the blocks are ready. Okay, so everything is ready to kickstart of the project. Okay, again, for the quality of work, you will need quality blocks, you will need quality sand, and then quality stones, and then quality of the cement. Are you with me? And then the quality of iron rods. All these things are very, very important because once you go the other route by getting fake ones, you render the property in danger. You understand? And then the livelihood of the persons or the co-tenant or whoever is going to stay in the building, you put their lives in danger. That's why the steel manufacturers are giving warranty. Okay, because they know the iron rods is supposed to last this type of a lifetime, and then the cement, and then the blocks. All these are very, very important. So all what you're seeing is the pillar settings. Okay, pillar settings are very, very important. With the mat, they have to do what we call the blinding. After the blinding, and then the pillar settings will be done. You can see the pillars have been supported with wood from side and side just to hold them in position so that they don't deviate. Because when you are laying the blocks, you're going to lay the blocks according to the columns. You understand? Yes, it has to be laid according to the columns, so there shouldn't be any deviation in that. So kindly take clue from that. You can see the height of the iron rods. They are so tall that we will not run short. Yes, here you can see the DPM laid. Okay, these are very, very important. Laying of the DPM also help in reducing the rising modes and dampness. Okay, don't say that, oh, they told me the land that I'm using or the land that I'm building on is not salty, it's not a waterlogged area, and for that matter it is okay. Yes, if you live along the Kaswa, okay, Nyenyano, okay, all the way to Gomoa Fete, all this, we live along the coast, so our lands are salty. Are you with me? Our lands are salty. Okay, so the least you see mold traveling on your building, and mold necessarily does not actually come from the ground. It also come from the top because constant rain hitting a particular area will create a mold. Right with me? And that is why waterproof chemicals are usually used to mitigate all these molds from rising. Okay, and this waterproof, we have quality ones, we have fake ones in the market, and we have the approved waterproof and these anti-corrosive chemicals that are available in the market that you can use. Here you can see our borehole is pumping water, and the fresh water you will get will be a little bit dirty because this is a fresh dug borehole. So continuous usage will bring out the clean water. Here you see the foundation concrete cast. Look at the richness of the concrete. The ratio to cement, to sand, to the aggregate is very, very important. You understand? Yes. If you miss that, you render your building in jeopardy. There's a big issue. And so for me, I do not take shortcut. Yes, I want quality. And quality of work is very rare. Just few people understand quality of work. People are in here for money. They want to show we are building, but hey, your money is going down the drain. So make sure that before you select a contractor to build your dream house, everything has been thoroughly checked. Okay, checked and check and check, and you know that you are certain that this is the contractor I want to go with, and then you can proceed and make payment. Quality is not everywhere. You have to search for quality. Anything that is everywhere in the market is cheap, but quality is scarce, or is scarcity, if I should put it that way. So for me, some people come and they go, but those who really need my services, they stay, and that is quality. When you look at the kind of work we do, it's quality. So the work we do is of good quality, and so we don't joke around at all. Yes, it is always important that you don't compromise on quality. My integrity, it is very, very important. Integrity without character is void, is null and void. You must have character. Character is more important. Okay, character is, for me, I'll categorize it that character is more important than integrity. Take your time and understand it. Character is more important than integrity. And so I value both, and they are synonymous. And so if you need my services, do not hesitate to reach out to me. My name again is Mr. Bright Antonio. I'll be coming your way with the next episode for constructions. And yeah, that'll be it from me to you. Shalom. God bless you wherever you are. I'm out.